Hello, friends. Welcome to Live, Laugh, and Lovey, home of the best television recap podcast. I'm your host, Lovey, and me and my good girlfriends, we take you on a weekly voyage to our favorite shows where we chat, sip on some tea, or an adult beverage, whichever you like, no judgment, and we wave our fans because the shade gets real. So get comfy, grab a snack, and enjoy. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the virtual living room. Sitting on the virtual couch, we got Iva, we got Belinda, and then we got our new usual suspect back on the couch, too. Hey, April.
Hey.
All right, second week strong.
All right now.
Okay, so Belinda, you got your wish. Miles had his shirt off.
When?
When?
This
We didn't even know, Lovey. That wasn't fair because they just showed his from the face up. That wasn't his whole
From the neck up. No, it's from the shoulder
it was
blade
from the-
up.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All we seen
That's
was
why I
them
don't
shoulders.
recall. No, I need full frontal. I need the whole
Girl.
thing. But I think he got little baby boobs though. I think he got little man boobs.
He has moves. Yeah.
Moobs.
You ain't never heard that before?
No. Oh wow. Hey, 'cause I like him a little thick. Can't even say I'm a chubby chaser, so I like him a little thick. I like him a little.
Yeah, no, he's cute.
He is.
Yeah,
he
cute.
is.
I
Why?
don't
He
care about the man
is.
boobs. He is not.
He
He's
is.
cute.
Right. You don't
And
care about my belly. I don't care about your man boobs. We even.
and shout out because Karen trying to be all stuck up and stiff, and the first thing you had to do was touch his feet. Ah.
Yes, I was like, touche. Women, I don't feel safe.
Oh my God. Are we gonna start there? Because
We
you
might
know
as
that.
well.
Every week,
that
let's
word.
start with them. Might as well start with the good stuff.
You know that
Mm.
I don't feel safe. That struck a chord with me.
But how you
Me
not
too.
come home?
That was not.
Girl.
That.
See, that's wrong.
What I did not like, number one, was that when she did come back and they sat down and had the air quotes talk, how you talked to him like you was giving him a tongue lashing. Now, okay, this is what I need and this is what I didn't like. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so then that's when I needed Miles to come in and be like, okay, but about you not coming home? This is what we're not going to do. Because that was your opportunity to set the tone as to how the relationship is going to go forward.
Exactly.
What you
See,
said.
I'm wondering why isn't anybody advising him of that? I feel like Pastor Cal tried a little bit, but he needs to be able to stand up to her. You know what I mean? I think he's so nervous about her rejecting him that he doesn't do it. But you're right. That was his perfect opportunity to say, you know what? Okay, I'm sorry I offended you or whatever, but this is my boundary. Like, it's not okay for you not to come home at night. Like, you're my wife. And
Like what he said, I would have blown her up all night long. And
Right.
according to the men that I know that watched the show, they were like, oh, somebody must have came in town.
Oh.
For you to use that as a reason to jump up and leave.
And
Because
be
he
at
said
your
sex
house.
with myself, that part. Sex with my wife, that just writing that on the refrigerator made you want to go home. And then you want to pull the unsafe, but you weren't unsafe to continue to stay. You still only stayed gone one night.
right.
So I don't know about that.
I
I
mean-
am not right about that one. I'm not
This
saying
shit- I feel-
I can't say I agree with that something else was going on, but I think maybe you just needed a break or something. But that's not how marriage works, because Lord knows how many times you don't want it a break, and there's nothing you can do because He lives
Right.
with you, ma'am.
Right. I mean, do you guys feel like there's some other trauma going on? Because I feel like the way she handled that was extreme. Like, all the way to the I don't feel safe. Like, what happened to you to where you putting all that on Miles? Like, it wasn't warranted.
Well, I
Mhm.
think you touched on it last week, Belinda. You said who hurt you?
Right.
Something
Mhm.
something traumatic happened to you for you to feel the way that you do about being touched by the peen.
Intimacy should not be something that you fear. So it has to be something happened or totally have these feelings for this other guy. Because every time we start talking about sex or intimacy, you tear up. What is
Right.
wrong?
Into me, see.
Right. And you don't want him to see into you.
Exactly.
So there we go.
I hate y'all.
But when you was rubbing all on all that thickness, baby,
I
massage,
just
honey,
knew she
baby.
was gonna like something, but you know, she
Oh,
was
she was feeling it. She was.
she
She said that.
was.
She was like, I can't say that I'm not involved. Oh, heck yeah, baby. You touching on all that manliness. Don't play. We like to touch too.
She
Because I
said
know
she was
me
attracted by him.
myself.
She
Yeah,
attracted
she's
to him.
attracted to him. So I think it's gonna happen. That gave me a little hope, because otherwise I was like, little girl, because you're acting like
I'm
a little
sorry.
girl.
I'm
Little
sorry,
girl, go
Bennett. I
home.
don't have no hope. I don't have no hope because
You still don't have
if
no
you
hope. Look
can,
at everybody like,
because if you seen when they fast forward to the next episode, that the next Dr. Viviana was talking about taking sex off the table, and Karen was looking happy about it.
And he was looking
It got
upset.
to be that she may feel like if I sleep with my husband, okay, then I am cheating on this
Girl,
woman's baby daddy.
girl, have a seat. Girl, have
Girl,
a seat. Have a couple of them, please.
That's what it sounds like, because I'm like, what is your problem with being intimate with him to where it triggers this feeling of maybe guilt or shame? Something ain't right, boo boo. Something. Who hurt you? It's okay. This is a safe place.
right.
Because even when they were the massage place and when they were wrapping up and they were sitting across from each other, well, he was kind of laying down and she was kind of looking at him. I was like, give him a kiss.
Right.
Feel
How do you
something.
rub on somebody like that and stretch them? Because they were right face to face
Face
at
to
one point.
face. Like,
They
right
were
here,
super
right here.
close. And I'm like, a little peck right there, completely unscripted. Nobody act. That's normal. And I know
And
she wanted to, but you pulled back again because you don't want Quandravius to know that you got feelings for this man.
not Quandre.
Quandravius is the one that had the baby on her. You know, them Draviuses don't be about shit.
No,
And
them
that's
Quans. Them
right, them
Quans.
Quans. Them the ones. And that's who she in love with. You didn't want Quandravius to know that you feeling old boy.
Yeah, because that
I'm
was
jealous. The thing to do is feel old boy.
that was a perfect opportunity for her to give him a kiss. And I think if she did a little bit more of that, then he would kind of settle. He would feel more comfortable and settle down, because then he would know. Because I feel like right now he's just feeling really unsure about how she feels.
But if he mugged her in the face like some old raggedy street dude, she'd be all for it. If he's like,
Right.
I'm telling you, as soon as he boss up on her one good time, not
she
with
gonna
the
be
like
like,
pointing the
what?
finger or not with the, nothing like that or whatever, but as soon as she say something and he look at me like, check this out, woman, and just like give
I
her
think
one
I
and
love you.
just peel off and walk in the room
No,
like,
he
with the, I
didn't.
said what I said, it's
He
over.
should have did, like Lovey said, he should have did that when she didn't come home. He
Yep.
should have said, listen, I understand you have your boundaries, but these are mine. You know what I mean? And this is my deal breaker. You need to come home. You're my wife. I expect for you to be here so we could talk about it. Like,
Yep.
period. You
Because
know,
now
he
she
should have
thinks she running
bossed up
shit.
on her.
Oh,
Right.
all
If
day.
you don't
Yeah,
come
now
home
she
at night,
thinks
she
she
must
running
have
shit.
somewhere to stay.
And
Well, she
anytime she
does.
gets upset with him, she could just leave
Right.
and not come
Right.
home.
Right.
Here's the thing that really got me was when she had to give him a kiss on the forehead. You covered his face up to kiss his forehead.
Yeah,
If
that
I
was
was him, I would have
weird.
got up. I would have been like, "Oh, bitch, don't worry about it."
That was weird. And even
You
it's
ain't
like
even got to
even
worry
when
about
she
it.
says something, even when he says something like funny, she tries to be sarcastic because she kissed his forehead and he was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna wash my forehead again." And she said,
And she
"Well,
was
you should because it's pink." You know, like she says little nasty remarks all the time.
Yes, I'd be like, "Oh,
Like,
you ain't got to worry about it. Nobody wants your little nasty ass kiss with your funky breath
Oh my
gone."
God, Belinda, hold on.
Dang,
I'm over here.
Belinda.
Y'all ain't even, I'm over here
Oh,
about
that
to
hurt my
die.
heart because I want him to stand
No,
up. Can you imagine if a
I'm about
dude
to die
kiss you
over
on
here.
your
Y'all
forehead
ain't
and
even
cover your
tricked.
face up? Like, I don't even want to
Yeah,
see
that
what
was
you look
whack.
like.
That was whack.
yeah,
Oh, that went deep for me. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
oh
was
my
whack.
God. Because all I think about is I have a son. If my son put up with that, I'd be like, Malcolm, you tell that
yeah,
bitch I said come over here.
right.
Feed her ass some poison muffins. That's me and Malcolm's running joke, man. Anytime a little girl break his heart, I'm going to feed her some poison muffins. I'll
Oh,
bring her here.
send her some PTA muffins.
Right.
Yeah, she
But,
made I'm surprised the bocce ball little park scene went fine because initially, as soon as Bennett was talking about giving a kiss, her and him was looking like, oh God,
Right.
this is not
Because
gonna
pressure.
he
work.
didn't want to be
Pressure.
embarrassed. He didn't
Yeah.
want to be embarrassed by the rejection, and she didn't want to kiss him.
Right. Why? That's what I still don't understand.
Because
Why?
she's a prude.
She is.
And I'm just like, this explains a lot, honey. Because if you treated Quandravius like you treating him, this is how this whole thing happened, honey. This is evident. Some
Well,
woman
wait
came
a
by and
minute.
treated him nice, and he got her pregnant.
Right.
How
Can't be
long?
mad at
No,
that man.
no. How long did it take? If you was with him for 5 years, how long did it take for you to warm up to him? So
And they didn't
Right.
even
it took
live
you
together.
exactly. You took
Nothing.
4 years or something to warm up to him, and then when you finally did, that's when he had already had Boo Boo pregnant.
That's why you
I
got
mean,
cheated on.
that's
That's
what,
why you
and
got
that's
cheated.
where I'm going, and that's where I'm going.
But was she the only one in the relationship?
I thought about that too, because I was like,
Aha,
maybe you had a relationship and he didn't.
aha.
Because
Right.
if y'all were supposed to be together for 5 years, we didn't even want to move in to save money. We didn't want to be roommates.
Yeah, something up with
Yeah,
that.
because we
Come on now, at
older.
that
At
age, we
least after
broke.
25. Exactly. At least
Right.
after 25. I mean, you sometimes they're like, well, we're too young, 21, 22, but 25, 26. Come on, let's test this thing out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
Mm-hmm.
bunk beds. Let's get in here. Something. I'm just saying.
Something.
But
Right.
you are he what if she waited so long that by the time she decided to give it up, he just took it because he was like, well, hell, I've been sitting here this whole time. Maybe let me just see how it was, what I've been waiting on. But he already had Boo Boo Kitty on the other side, right?
Boo boo kitty.
Mm.
I'm
I'm
all for
working out.
women
Maybe
feeling
that's why
like,
she's so hurt. Maybe that's why she's so
could
hurt. Maybe
be.
she waited and was acting approved with him, and then when she finally did give it
That's
up, he
exactly what it
he
is.
Yep.
was on to
Yeah.
the next.
He was.
Right.
He just had it. He just took it because he was like, well, hell, I've been waiting this long. Let me see what it's about. Oh, okay,
Right.
thank you. By the
And then
way,
had a baby
this
on
you
her.
want to go to my baby shower? Right.
Because he went over there and put it down on old girl. They done made a baby.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
I'm
exactly what
all
it
for
is.
women feeling like you're a prize. I teach
Yeah.
my nieces, everybody. Yes, you are the prize. However, you have to be an attainable prize.
Hmm.
Right.
No man is going to continue to chase you forever. I got friends that's 45 where I'm like, boo boo, this thing about to end. We coming at the end of the road, boo boo.
It's
Girl,
You
2020.
draining.
It's
it's gonna
You
be
done
like
2020.
gained weight.
Iris. It's gonna be
Quit
like
acting like
Iris,
that.
girl. Keep it.
Right. Come on,
It's
boo. Come
2020.
on.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
Girl.
And
sitting up
want
here
to be
looking
wanted as well, ladies.
They
right.
As
do.
I
At
say all the
least some
time, they want
kind
to be
of.
desired too. Give me something, throw me a bone, open the door.
But yet she prefers to be play the submissive role in the relationship. How?
But
How,
how?
Slay?
Because anytime he tried to step it up, she gets upset, and now she don't feel safe.
But
Oh,
then don't
girl.
forget too, she said that she likes to take care of people. So it sounds like
Well, that's why she was
in your
taking care of them
previous
foots.
that 5 year relationship, you probably were coddling him and getting taking care of him, and he was giving you nothing in return. That could have been a possibility. And
Hmm.
so then he moved on because that other lady may have given her a hard time.
And
And the whole time
boundaries.
he was giving her a hard time, and she loved it. Because honestly, I think if he just stepped up a little bit, she would back down and come on down.
I
Because
agree.
if he just put his foot down a little bit, but you're just
Hmm.
so agreeable like a little puppy, and that's not working for her.
Yeah, because she looking
It's
at you
not.
like he thirsty.
Right.
She
Oh,
do, and she even says that though. She says, "Oh, I bet you're all happy inside." When she was just
Right.
talking to him about what she might do. I'm gonna give you some affection. He was just all giddy, and oh, I'm
hmm.
sure you're all happy. I'm like,
Yeah, and then I didn't like how
Uh-uh.
she kept reminding him, I'm doing good. I'm trying. Girl, shut up.
Right.
Oh my God. Let your actions speak for you, okay? Just shut up. Why you need
Something.
acknowledgement? Just, ugh.
Okay, so we've covered them. Are we all good that we still hate Karen?
Okay, so
Yes.
And did she still?
Yes, we do.
Yes.
one more thing. What I really did not like is how this man is clinically depressed. And you run off and do your shenanigans and stay at your own place, but then you come back. At least what we did not see, you did not show any kind of compassion for your
Mm-mm.
actions that
true.
would
Mm-mm.
reflect for him feeling the way that he does. Because
Mm-mm.
literally, I felt like when she came home and I'm a parent, I'm scolding you,
He
and
did.
this
She
is
did.
what you need to
Yeah,
do better.
he
Right.
So,
did.
She's not thinking about him at all. But that's a parent. We've been talking about that, period. She's not thinking about him at all. She's thinking about
And
her.
here's my thing that I understand because of hearing another man. Once again, this is Mr. Brown watching with me. Nobody wants to have sex with their mother, okay? Except for Miles, because Miles
Except for
is
Miles.
being simp. He a chump. She chumped the shit out of him. But a normal, well-rounded, with great self-esteem would be like, I don't want to have sex with my mama, so you're not my damn mama. And you're not going to keep on scolding me on a normal damn basis.
Right.
I mean, the other thing, get it is, another thing I thought about, I was like, when you get it, it probably ain't going to be good because she a fucking prude. So you're going to be, no.
Told you he ain't getting no head.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no.
He will have continuous dry bleep. Yeah.
When that thing said you're going to give yourself a hand job, what?
That was disrespectful.
So disrespectful.
Right. If that lady don't go pick up her son, didn't his mama say, I'm
you say that every week.
Lady, go get your son.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, April?
I was going to say that, you know, I felt bad for Miles, and especially because he already told her that he had depression. And when they showed that shot of him, he was looking pitiful. Talking about he was in the shot when he was in the bathroom.
Talking about his anxiety.
Yeah, with his shirt off, he was looking like he was about to cry. He was looking pitiful. He said his anxiety was high.
Yep.
She ain't touched on that at all. She don't care. She ain't said nothing. And he needs to stand up and say something. Like I've mentioned to you about my own mental health, and the way you left and didn't return was not okay.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for it. But I tell you, if he would have cried, I would have punched him in his chest, I swear to God.
No, he ain't gonna do that because he already knows that she's lost respect for him, so he's not gonna do that part.
Miles came up there and punched him in the chest. I mean, Woody would come up there and be like, "Boy, if you don't man
with
up,
his little self, right?
You better not cry over no coochie you ain't even had."
Come up there and say, "Karen, girl, what is going on with you?"
They need to have a round table with them. They need to sit down with Woody.
And they do. And I'm hoping that Woody picks up on that and kind of reinforces something to get them all together, because he was just like,
somebody needs to check her.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Okay, so this is a great segue to the next couple, which Amani pissed me off because you and Woody are still figuring it out. And when you took your messy ass and talked to Henry and then turned around and told crazy Christina what he said, that was messy AF. And I need you to pull it together. Y'all ain't, who made y'all the experts? Are y'all getting paid?
Part of it is messy, but
they probably told her to do that.
She said everything. She didn't lie. She said everything. She
said to do. I'm over. Two of you think you got to figure it out. You didn't tell Woody you loved him. Y'all got other things that are going to come out later on. You're not the perfect couple. Y'all in this new, just like everybody else. No one made you the experts. Please stay out of everybody's fucking business, please.
Christina asked her to go talk to him now.
But didn't nobody tell you to come back and run back? Oh, he said, we're not playing telephone. We too damn grown for this.
Well, they had to. So, but they already, Christina, first of all, can't you already tell that Christina is kind of like, she's already, she's petty and she's messy, right? She's a little girl. I don't think that Amani should have said, like, I think she should have said a different way.
She could have basically said, look, my discussion with Henry, it is what it is. I think the two of you need to really sit down and talk to one another.
Yeah.
You know, we're all in this experiment together. We're all trying to figure it out. She did not have to come back and I agree with you, Belinda. She did not have to come back and tell her what he said verbatim.
Well, I think I would have told her the part about.
I don't think he would have did it.
I would have told her the part about the impatience, though. She needed to know that because that lets you know. Well, if I told you that, I'm telling, someone else too. That's the same thing. This is the third person that I've told about your impatience. So I think that she could have worded it a different way. She didn't have to come back being as messy, as y'all saying she was. She still could have been like, I had a good conversation. He talked about that. He was good. He did say something about your impatience, or he did say something about impatience being a deal breaker for him. And then left it at that. She didn't have to go with the girl.
But they were almost at a good point.
No, they weren't. Not if she asked her.
Because she full of shit too. But he did. He was letting you in. He said that you were sexy. Boo, boo, boo. They were halfway getting along.
Why would you mess
up that moment? And then here you come with some poetry. And then my thing is, y'all got 1, 2, 3. experts that are being what paid. Let them people do their job. It ain't for y'all to fix. Everybody, all three of y'all were wrong. So, Henry, if you had an issue with Christina had impatience, call a therapist. You got three. Pick
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, that's my problem that I have. Henry has yet to be direct with Christina. I mean, he tries, but I feel like exactly what he said to Amani, he should have said to Christina. Like he
Right.
should have
He
been straight
did.
out and communicate. He did.
Yes, he's told her that same stuff.
Well, they were working. They were in a good place that day.
They
And
were.
to me, I feel like, and I know this feeling. If you've ever
Mm-hmm.
been in these couple situations, it's always
Mm-hmm.
that one couple that feel like they got it all figured out. And they gonna tell everybody in the world about what they need to do. And you be like, you 5 minutes in, shut up. Okay. That I don't know. That kind of triggered something for me. But I definitely did not. I lost a little respect because I was just like, wait a minute, boo boo. You and Woody don't really have issues. One, probably because y'all having sex and it's good. And honestly, sex really does help you skirt over a lot of things. Okay.
Yep, it
But
does.
y'all, yes, because if it's good, you be like, you know what? You want to beat the
Mm.
hell out of our kids. I don't. Oh, we'll worry about that when we get to it. But in the meantime, we go come here for a second. Let me show you something else. You know what I'm saying? So y'all have your own things. We're all new in this, and so because y'all seem to be that couple, I don't want your advice. I don't. The quiet, everybody, quit going to them because they knew too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm just the type of person. I don't think that it was because like people would come to me for advice even when I wasn't in a relationship. But I wouldn't give it to marriages, of course, because I'm not married. So why can I do that? But I'm just like a listener. And if you ask me for my opinion, I can give that. But she seems to be the one that can actually kind of talk to people. But I do agree that they are 5 minutes in like everybody else. She might want to cut it out, especially why never mind. We're gonna talk about the kids getting their butt whooped, right? We're gonna talk about that.
Right.
Oh
Because
yeah.
okay,
Oh,
this
okay.
is my last note. I honestly feel like I'm not gonna ask advice from someone that is not taking the class that I'm in. Or you know what I mean?
Or
Mm-hmm.
have
So yes,
yeah.
I completely understand. I've been married before. I'm on round two, and I'm not gonna ask somebody who has never really had a relationship. I'm not gonna come to you and tell you I love, a lot of my single friends, but I'm not gonna go to y'all and be like, oh, I got a problem with my man, whoop, whoop, whoop.
Oh
And you
no, no,
just
no, no.
got this issue. How you gonna tell me? You
Mhm.
know? And
Mm.
then
Yeah,
if
I
we
Mhm.
no.
think
are
she
in
was
the
just trying to
same
be
class,
helpful.
I don't know. I don't know. I didn't like it because if you were, okay, you're put in this position, but you weren't ready to handle it because you were not ready to not run back and seem like Chatty Cathy, like we playing telephone. He said, blah, 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 blah. And now you've caused this rift with them when they were halfway trying to get along.
Well, they're better now.
Oh
So
no.
they lead us to believe.
I mean,
Yeah, I
they're
don't know.
better now.
I
No.
think Henry is gonna say he don't want to be at her at the on when it come down to the judgment day.
It's all
I
or
think he gonna say,
nothing.
which to me I think is unfair because I feel like it shifted to where now everybody's looking at Christina like she has so many issues, and we keep forgetting that Henry's on the spectrum. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
feel.
So
Mm-hmm.
here's my thing. If impatience is a deal breaker,
hmm It's a trigger for
being
his condition.
misled would be one for me because no one told me about your disability.
Right.
You keep saying that, and we keep telling you that the boy is undiagnosed.
Okay, so I'm
He know
saying
it.
But
He know
he
it
right.
said
He
also.
he
know
does.
it.
He does know it, April. He does because when she said something about her, I thought he was gonna come out. That's how I knew that he
Me
doesn't.
too.
That he doesn't. When she said about she had the ADHD and she was off her pills and everything like that, first thing he said was, "Oh no, I wouldn't judge you for that. That's nothing to judge you over." I was waiting for that next sentence to be like, because I am so and so and so and so.
I
I'm
don't
looking
think
at the
he
TV
knows
like
he
this.
is.
That's what I'm saying, Belinda. He does not know. His
Mm-mm.
parents have he is undiagnosed, so you can't call for like a null and void or get an annulment because of that, Lovey, because it can't be proven. They don't know. They
No,
would
I know.
I
you don't
know
think they would have
someone.
done that? You don't think they would have
He
done that
know it.
like
Could be
Australia,
like,
right?
oh, and he has
Like
autism. Here you
like
go.
like Australia, like Australia did, we have our first lesbian couple. You don't think they would have said we're having our first,
No,
mentally
I don't
challenged
think they
or
would have
something.
said that.
Oh
I don't
well.
think legally they
I'm
can't
not gonna
say
say.
that. Yeah.
Oh
I don't think
well.
they could
Shit.
say that either. But that would have been a perfect time for him to disclose his
Mhm.
challenges. When she was disclosing hers, that would have been a
Exactly.
perfect time for him to disclose
I
his
don't think
own
he knows. He
challenges.
probably just is thought to be quirky, or because I'm telling
That's
you,
what
I
I'm
know
saying.
someone that acts just like him, ticks and
Yeah.
all. And
Yeah.
I worked with her, and she never made a mistake like Rain Man. Like we key people for new hires in, and she's
Mhm.
never made a mistake in 8 years. Okay, and she's the same kind of quirky and
Mhm.
not really into new stuff, and certain little things that get her.
Yep.
And I knew it immediately when I first met her. And everybody else at the job kind of thought just like, okay, she's just a little different. But no, I knew it. I was like, oh, something is wrong here. Because the ticks got me immediately. Like I was like,
Mhm.
oh, something ain't right. And
Mhm.
I knew when she had the ticks that she was uncomfortable. And unfortunately, while I was working with her, her mother died. And the ticks got
Oh.
even worse. But
Yeah.
I knew at that point, like I just wanted, like, oh my God, my heart aches for her because I know that she really had some issues and it
Mhm.
hasn't been addressed. But that whole thing about like functional people that are on the spectrum that are able to still function, people don't get that. And you don't qualify. And then the other issue is they're pretty smart. So you send them to school,
Very.
like she had a scholarship for college. She is brilliant. So their parents don't see an issue with it. You don't see it because you think they're smart. But yeah, he definitely has some issues and he has probably never dealt with it.
Right.
Right, and I feel like Christina is kind of being treated unfairly. I mean, she has her own issues. Yes, she does. I'm not gonna say she don't, but I feel like she's been trying to put hers on the table. She said that she's impatient. She said that she had the ADHD. She's been putting everything on the table. Whereas I feel Henry has been very reserved. He doesn't really want to share much. She said, which I'm proud of Christina for saying, because Miles didn't do this. She said, "Well, my deal breaker is if the lack of communication." You know what I mean? And she
Yes.
said it. And Miles needs to step up and say what his deal breakers are because
For
Mhm.
Karen is
real.
always saying what she don't like, and
Oh
he
my
never
God.
says anything. And so I'm very proud of Christina for stepping up and saying, okay, you know what? If that is your deal breaker, this is mine.
Mhm.
Communication. And so I should let him know.
And the bad thing
Mhm.
about it is when you're on TV in such a public display, they're going to give you the burden of, oh, you're representing all black women or all of this or all of whatever. And at this point, which is, kind of funny but sad, she is representing something, as we did talk about offline last week, about like a stigma or how we are shown in the media. Like she's portraying it and she's kind of like giving in those stereotypes and it makes me want to like punch her in her throat.
Mhm.
Like, get with it, chick.
I feel bad for Henry and Christina because they were in a good place after
Mhm.
they went dancing and golfing, and and he called her
I
sexy.
think they're okay
And that was
though.
big for him. I don't know.
I don't be believing Henry because he
She said, I
it,
don't be believing
all of
Henry.
that did appear to look well, but I agree with Christina. He says one thing, like he said she was sexy, but he doesn't say that to her. Like he was saying that to everybody else. So are you just saying that? You know what I mean? To be a part of the group?
Okay.
But no, but then she could have been like, "Oh, you think I'm sexy?" And then it could have been an interaction, a further interaction going forward.
she doesn't make him feel safe. I mean, like I'm gonna say again, he lives with his tormentor.
Okay,
He lives with his bully. So he probably was scared
His
to say
tormentor. You be killing me with that.
another one. Woman, go get your son.
Oh Lord, that was the original one, right?
look, Henry is being a Karen and an Iris. Henry won't even give Christina a warm handshake. Okay,
Yeah.
Henry's
Henry
scared.
blinked twice if you in danger.
Right?
He is not okay. He is not okay.
Henry's scared.
No.
I ain't touching that girl as soon as I decide to
Oh.
get up out of here. Even his phone, he put Christina Married at First Sight. He
Did
was
he?
right a
Mhm.
message.
No. Wow.
Wait, with her number? Is that what he did?
Yes,
Yeah,
on
he
his
saved her as Christina married the first time. We said that last week.
yes,
No, I didn't realize that. That's a
I
new
didn't peep that
one.
part either. Yeah, no.
Wow, that
Yeah,
is
that's
funny.
gangster, Henry. Yeah, no. That is gangster. No, sir.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell to the no.
Well, we'll see how they turn things around. I mean, I agree with you, April. I don't believe that he's going to say I want to stay. I think he's gonna go.
I
Yeah,
think
that's
so too.
that's my
And go
prediction
back out and
for
hang out with
the
his
end.
crazy friends.
Unless,
Right.
Right.
Christina, they get some kind of whatever, and she gonna take advantage of him and end up giving him a little poom poom. He might be like, I'm,
I don't know
I'm,
if he
I'm
want
gonna
it.
I
stay.
was right off. I said, I don't know if he want none of
No,
that. I
I
don't
don't
know
that's
know
what
his
if
that.
he want
tormentor.
it.
That's his bully. She gonna bully him into it. Henry, you're gonna take this, and you're gonna like it. Oh, okay, I'll try it. I'll
That's
try
how
it at
she
least
gonna
once.
say it.
Yep. She gonna dress up in all black leather and have a flogger on his ass and be like, "Let's do this, sir."
Wow.
Right? Or maybe never
He
mind. I
needs
was
to
gonna say
loosen it up a
something else.
little bit.
He
Henry needs to loosen
does.
it up a
He need
little
a
bit.
couple of
Come on.
shots. Yeah.
They
Whew.
always drinking. They
Of
always
Valium.
drinking.
Yeah,
So
cause he's
Oh,
not
he
knocking
keeps them
back them
whining.
beers.
Oh my
they
God,
always.
they keep with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, didn't y'all just go out with your friends? You came home and had more wine?
Yeah,
What
that's a
They
happened?
drinking
drink all the
situation.
time. They always drinking. So
That's a
he don't have
drinking
no problem with
situation.
that. I would think he would get a little drunk and maybe get a little frisky, but
Mm-mm.
No, he
They
used
just
to
help
not
him to not
having
be
none
scared.
at all, girl. He not used. He the girl. You better cut it out. I was about to say stuff. Let it alone. Let it alone. That boy
Okay.
ain't gonna get no frisky.
Wow.
Okay.
Can we
So
please talk about this other couple? I'm waiting for y'all because I have a comment.
Oh, I have so
I'm
much to say
so
about one
upset.
of them. So come
I'm
on,
who?
so
Okay,
who is
I
it, Iva? I brought
who?
this one
I
up.
already know
Who
she's
is
been
it,
talking
Iva?
about Brett.
no. Actually, I'm not.
No,
I
who
I
is it? Because I
I
got a
have something
feeling.
about him, but I
Oh,
I want to talk about the quirky couple,
Oh,
yes,
You
Bennett.
mean
Bennett
the
and
dirt? You
Amelia.
mean
Bennett.
dirty Amelia?
Dirty
Dirty
Amelia.
No,
Amelia.
no,
When
Amelia
she
was not
said,
dirty. Bennett's
No,
obsessive.
no, no. She actually asked, "Oh, so I guess when I wash dishes, I have to wash the outside of the glasses."
Ew, did you see how she
Girl, you
was
better
cleaning
No,
that
cut it
pot?
no,
out.
no,
You
Oh
better
no,
cut it
no.
out. I
Did
no,
you?
told you.
no.
We said it last
Mm-mm.
week. I said, "Why do they always look like they smell?" I said it. I said it.
Did you
No.
see how she was washing that pot? You know what's one of my biggest pet peeves? My biggest pet peeves is when you have residue in the pot or the pan on the plate, and you take the rag, the cloth, or your sponge, and you are, instead of rinsing off first, you take said tool, and I hope I'm not offending anybody on this panel, but this
If
is my
it's the
pet
truth,
peeve. But you take it and then you scrub in the stuff. So now that stuff is all trapped up in the sponge or the towel, and no, rinse off, rinse out as much as you can. That stuff, whatever was in that pot, it was so much of it. I was like, ooh, that towel gonna stink.
Wrench it. Wrench it off.
Oh,
see now I had a totally different take. I was
Failure.
like, you know what, Dirty Birdie, you are absolutely right because she honestly said what she meant. She said what she said, which was,
Yeah.
I would think I would make all the money and you would clean because he was
Right,
obsessive. Come on, let's sit down and write these chores. I'm like, Bennett, you get on
right.
my damn nerves by these goddamn chores.
But
That's
you
what you're
know
not
what?
gonna
That
do.
part.
I think she's dancing around the idea or the fact that she's expecting him to clean that out because she
She's
ain't
As you
said
selling.
should. As you
Exactly.
should.
it
At
to him. She haven't said it to him yet, and she said it to the camera like, "I'm
three
gonna be
times.
busy and working," and so I figured that he would be doing the cleaning.
Yes. As you
Wait.
should. He who
Yeah.
holds the purse strings holds the power. Boo boo. So
Ooh,
you gonna be driving your petticoat and I'm not washing no goddamn dishes. I'm a doctor. And
right,
scene. We're
Well,
done.
what I thought
exactly.
about it was because he is the clean and he's the neat freak, and she is the messy one. The first thing that popped in my head was like, oh, well, I guess that's fine for her because they're going to work because he's going to be doing all the stuff anyway because she's not going to be there. That's what I thought about.
Right, but
okay.
they established those bound right now because he's already trying to set rules and boundaries. Which for her, I feel like she's just thinking about it as a temporary situation. Like,
She is.
okay, yeah, we can set this up now, but I'm not even gonna be here, boo. You're gonna
Okay,
be
but
here
Because
what?
and that's
remember, she said, do the dishes. She said, well, then you could just do the dishes. He said, oh, but I can't.
Did he?
And yes,
Oh, he
because he was
was
talking about
real funky.
because she picked it. No, that's what he's talking about. Because she picked it.
She was
No,
picking all the
but
stupid chores, which I don't even know why they put all them stupid chores. Talking to
seems
the
like,
neighbor,
for one, first of
Male.
all that
I'm a
picking up the
lady.
mail.
Right. I'm not about to get up out my bed and check to see if anybody at the goddamn door. That's your job. You
Right.
have a penis, sir. I'm not going to the door.
Right.
So
Look at
that part
Ivan.
right there got
Look
me.
at
I was like,
Ivan.
oh, hell no.
Because I
Talk
was
to the
so like,
neighbor.
why is that? Why did we write that on a card? We wasted a card,
Right.
boo
As a
boo.
man, this is a waste because that's a damn no brainer. Like, I'm not going to no door in the
And he
middle.
was,
I'll handle guests at the door in the middle of the night. And what his punk ass gonna do? Hell no.
What I
mm-mm.
didn't like was that I get that she's going to be the primary breadwinner, but sweetie, you're not there yet.
Yeah.
Until you get that call, pull your weight. You are.
True.
They probably have no more than 700 square feet in that apartment. You got a problem with keeping clean a 700 and probably 750 square foot. You can't scrub a toilet. That's why
Yeah.
your house look like that.
I was gonna say her house was probably nasty because she had all them roommates, and
Mm-hmm.
if she ain't even know nothing about cleaning, ain't nobody cleaning up after themselves. The house probably
Hello.
was just nasty.
Hello.
Right. I'm just like,
Hello.
okay, if you are in a bigger, when, if you all, well, clearly, they've gone on and they're still together. So I'm hoping that present day they're in a larger home and they have a housekeeper
No, they don't have
because
no housekeeper. Not
They
No,
have they
she's
don't
gonna
anymore.
be
got a house.
resident, boo boo. That
That
Not the
house
way
housekeeper
Bennett
about 4
is.
years from now.
right now they don't got no money. That housekeeper is
Right.
Bennett.
No,
Yeah,
right.
that's Bennett.
But my
Yeah,
thing
they
is,
don't have
He
no
ain't no
Mr.
housekeeper.
doctor
Bennett,
yet.
petticoat driver.
They ain't got no, and he's driving whatever. What is he driving? I don't know what he
A
does
driving.
he
bike.
even have a car?
A
I
bike.
don't think
No.
I
so.
don't think he got a car.
Lefty and righty.
Right. But my thing was, this is what got me when they were on a little swing, and it seems like he was looking for problems with her. That got me because I was just like, wait a minute, look, we was doing good. Like, why are you trying to find issues
Yeah.
Because
for
he was
us to
trying to
fight
find a
about?
way. He was trying to find a way to tell her what he didn't like. So
Right.
Oh, but
he
he was
gave her the
very vocal. He made it clear
yes,
what he didn't like.
and gave
Right.
her the opportunity
Give
to do
her
the same.
opportunity.
But she couldn't do nothing. So he was like, "Well, let me think of some things about me." And he brought up some stuff for himself about because he wasn't trying to be like no bully, but no, he was dying to tell her that.
Yeah.
But you
I
know
think
what? I think he wanted her to dig deeper. Like, okay, I have problems with you, and I know I'm not perfect, so I want us to have this conversation. He wanted her to dig
Yeah,
deeper, but she wasn't willing
which is
to
a healthy
because she's
conversation.
true.
she
But I think
wasn't
they're
there
just
when she
very
did.
different people. I'm in that situation myself now. That doggone Kenyon Brown is Sammy Sunshine, and I'd be like, dog, you get on my damn nerve, and we could never argue because he's
Yeah,
always Sammy Sunshine.
we know
No,
how you feel about rainbows and unicorns, okay?
yes, other Samantha Sunshine herself on this phone. But yeah, like I think I get what he was saying, but then also if you can't shake her, you can't shake her. She didn't have an issue with that. She's well rounded. She's like, you know what? You extra clean. That could get on my damn nerves. You want to make a chore wheel. Ain't nobody got time for that. Like,
Yeah. I
I'm
think the chores
offended.
just wasn't her thing. I think she could care less about the chores. And he was trying to basically get in there to figure out a way to bring it up. And
Mm-hmm.
so he
Mm-hmm.
he was like, well, you say something that bothers me. And she wasn't even, she could care less about that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
But then
I
what got
agree.
me though, so here's the thing. Apparently his hygiene is bad. His mother said so. His friend said so. He said so. How's your hygiene bad, but yet you want to be uber clean in the house? We don't even clean your own damn body.
Well, he
Let's go
tired
there.
by the time he cleaned everything else.
He's
he
sweating from cleaning
said he
up.
get children sometimes.
Oh, they
Yes. And then
look,
when he said, I
both
like you
of
to rub
them.
my hair, I'm like, it's stuff down in there though. It's like stuff.
Ugh.
My
Mm-mm,
gosh.
mm-mm.
Really?
We can't rub your hair, baby.
Mm-mm.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Benny got on my nerves a little bit because I'm all about let's not dig into things that we don't have to. Maybe she did get on his nerves a little bit with the cleaning, but to me, he got on my nerves because he was a little obsessive about the cleaning. Because what if she was on you about your dirty ass socks? You know
Or
what I'm saying?
or
Like,
lack
Yeah,
thereof.
yeah.
right.
Bennett sometimes says little things that I think could, it's not an issue now, but definitely sometimes he says little remarks, like when they were talking about, she said, "Oh, that little what was that thing that was climbing on the string or whatever she was teaching them how to do,"
Oh, the
and
little
then
tightrope thing.
the tightrope thing, and then she said, "Oh, this means that you would break your back for me," and he was like, "No,
No,
no,
Hmm.
like no,
no.
that's not
Yeah,
how."
you almost think he on the spectrum. You like, you don't know
I
that
was
that's
about
not
to say.
okay to say.
It was clear, like, no, and I mean,
I-
clearly, know that he don't really gonna break that, but
he was like, "That's a bit much."
yeah, no,
That's what he
Right.
said. Yeah,
Right.
I was
But
rolling.
you're
say
like, so
stuff
what
like
part of the
that, and
spectrum are
then
you on?
right, and he'll say little stuff like, "If I fall in love with you, like if I manage to," and I'm like, "Why you gotta say that?"
Yeah.
Like, he says little stuff like that that I don't really like. I mean, Bennett, he's nice guy, but sometimes he throws like little slick kind of little stuff like, "Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
didn't really say
Girl,
if I fall in love with you, then blah blah blah." It's like,
we'd
what
have
to
been
say?
punched Bennett by now, though. We'd have been punched
Oh
Bennett
Right,
yeah.
by now.
in
My
Yeah.
his throat.
gosh.
And then I wonder, was that
Right
the
in his
issue
throat.
before when he said women just kind of be with me and then all of a sudden they just kind of cut things off? Like, because your mouth a little slick.
It
That
is.
could be
He
it.
said
You
he
know?
said he takes too much care of him or something. What did he say? And I
Oh,
don't
it
want to
better
do
not
that
have
this
been.
time. I thought I
He
passed out. I think I
Yeah, no, he
passed
said
out.
What
he
does
said
he
he
do?
gets
Clean
all
up?
involved in them and then puts himself second.
That's what
And
he said. Yeah.
that's what he
And
said.
he said, so I'm trying to make sure that I don't do that this time. And I was like, you better rephrase that, sir. I'm gonna
And
need
this
you to
is the
rephrase
time to do
that.
that because that's your whole wife.
Wife. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So this
We gonna
time,
talk
don't get
about
you don't
broke
put on
bread
your
or
new
what?
drawers now. Okay, so let's go into damn broke mean Brent. Oh my
Brick.
Broke
God.
Brent.
mean bread.
Lord, he done
Brent
had
is
Wait
three.
so
though.
mean.
He is broken, not even just broke Brett. He is broken in his mind and in his emotions. He is emotionally
Right.
broken.
He is mean, and
He
he
is he
is so mean spirited.
is.
Is very
That's not
mean
right.
spirited.
He is.
Yeah.
So I was getting mad at him because I used to religiously go to trivia night with being my friend. When I tell you, it is so much fun. And especially when you got a whole table full of people and y'all can help each other out. Now, granted, some of those questions were a little hard. They were a little
They
tough.
were a little interesting, right? Because I didn't
Yeah.
get any of them.
Yeah, I didn't either. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to get this. Okay, come on with the questions.
Right.
But you just completely clocked out. You are just, your body is there, but your mind is way down the street. And the friend, the
This not
blonde hair,
trivia. That's
This
what I'm
isn't
saying.
this
This
isn't
not
true.
trivia.
right? And the
Yeah,
friend was
yeah.
just like, hello, are you going to help? Oh, you're going to help.
He was
She was
negative.
me. Because I would be that person. Look, I'm trying to win, okay? Let's get this.
He was. This is not trivia. This not. He
But
was
Right.
don't you hate
a
that though
Debbie
when you're
Downer.
into something and it's that one damn person that is not into you? Like, you're not gonna ruin this for me.
Mm-hmm.
Just leave. Like, you're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna fuck this up for me. I swear to God, leave.
For the
That's how I
whole
felt about.
table.
Table.
Yes,
She wanted to
when she
cry.
got up, oh, she was in. Because that's my thing, baby. Let me tell you something. Don't embarrass me in these streets.
Ooh,
Facts.
That
baby.
is my.
Right. And
That,
part of being married is you take one for the team. Like at the end of the day, this is
exactly.
what she likes to do. And so let me just go ahead and participate. Like, why did you have to be a butt about it? Like, why are you sitting there being a jerk? He's always
About
been a
Right.
jerk.
everything though. It's but I want to be like, well, take me to something that you want to do. Let me see. And it better not be going to trivia and you sit up here answering every damn question with your family, but not mine, because then I'm gonna have a problem.
Oh,
Not a
it won't be
problem,
trivia because
a
he's slow
problem.
tarded. So you wouldn't have got that anyway.
So
Oh
tired.
What
Lord.
you say? What you say?
It won't be trivia because he's slow tarded. He a little slow. So he wasn't gonna
Oh
get none
Lord.
of them questions anyway. So no, his family is not gonna take you to trivia. You saw Rory.
Did y'all shut up? Did y'all
Why
see
you
how
always
many
gotta
drinks?
pick on
Did you
Rory?
see how many drinks he was shoveling back though?
Yeah, I
He
really
had a
wanted to
He
hear
ain't
beer.
it.
helping.
He
That's
He
had
what
a
he
not
know how to
beer,
helping.
do.
2 shots,
That's what he know
another
how
something.
to drink. He know how to drink. That's what he
Oh,
know how
he
to
does. He
I
does.
think
His
it
whole
makes him,
family
but he's
does.
not a happy drunk. I think it makes him more an asshole when he drinks. You know, some
Oh
people
no, he
get
don't need
drunk
to
and
do
loosen
none of
up and
that
get a little
then.
fun. I think it makes him more obnoxious.
his whole family is obnoxious and they're
Yeah.
all jerks. They're all smart
Not
mouth. Like,
Rory.
I can't stand it. Only person he's
Lord.
nice to is his cat. That's the only person thing I've seen
Oh
him
my
do
Oh my
Wait
nice.
a
God.
God! Did y'all see
minute.
how big
And
that
that
fucking
cat
That
cat
needs to
cat
was
cut
is
it
when it was
out.
on that bed?
big. I was like,
Yes.
oh, they got a dog. Oh no, that's a cat.
That's a big cat.
Said,
Oh
oh, they
my
got a
God! I
dog.
can't stand the. Oh, it made me
That
almost.
big old cat was on the bed. So, oh, you like to get your kisses? Ew.
No
It's like
Disgusting.
comment.
either you're a cat
No comment.
person or not. There is no gray area. And I, for one, I am not a cat person because one, I don't like how they get up on the counters and everything. A dog
Me
you ain't
neither.
got
So
to
no.
worry about unless you got a big ass dog like Belinda. But a dog, I no, because they just gonna beg. They gonna sit there. I mean, cats beg too, but they just gonna sit there and stare you down and beg. I could deal with that. Get your ass back.
Girl, y'all all
Stop
Oh, but a
good.
begging.
cat be like,
Do animals.
so
I
what? We
got
couldn't.
fish. That's it.
She said, I got fish. Your baby's sad.
Right.
My babies to
No.
name the fish till they died and go get another one.
Your babies are sad. Your babies are like, they go to other homes. We don't have what we don't have those.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
You're
Brett
not
is
fooling
nice to that
nobody with
doggone
a
cat.
dog.
That's it.
Well, that's who he needs to stay with then. Because
Mhm.
gosh darn it, I'm so tired of what he's doing to that girl. And yeah, she has her faults too. We're not gonna get on her. It's him. And she's trying. I tried to take you on the swamp boat. You got mad about that. I tried to take
Made
you to
fun
the
of my of
trivia.
date.
Right. So what you about to do? Pull up,
Have
player.
you done?
I'm gonna need you
Here's
to do
my
something.
thing:
What
is
you gonna sit
I
there?
need
We
her to
gonna
take us
budget on date
right.
night. We gonna sit there and do budgets. That's what we're gonna do
But
on
I
They
date
want her
did
to
night.
the
take a
rock
step back
climbing.
and ask herself if what has he done for you? Because rock climbing was for him. This Joker said,
Right.
"I enjoy this. I do this all the time." But what has he done to
For
show
the
you
both
any
of
kind
them.
of friendship?
Nothing.
Exactly,
Nothing,
nothing.
Janet.
Nothing.
Because
What
he's
have you done for
selfish
me lately?
and you're a jerk.
He's done nothing.
He's
I
a
feel bad for
major jerk.
Olivia because I feel like actually Olivia and Henry might do well together
Oh,
because she's very patient and
Y'all been saying that.
so do you
I
think
do. She's
Christina would be
very
good with
patient,
Brett?
so maybe
Brett
they
is
would be
Hmm.
Brett
good.
is
Hmm.
aggressive. You think she would be
Hmm.
good with Brett?
And
Who,
Christina's mouth
Christina?
is hot, so she done got
Yeah.
Brett all the way together. Yeah.
Maybe.
She basically said Brett was a fuck boy. Basically, it's what
Yeah.
She really
Right.
it
did.
Oh
seems
yeah,
like.
yeah.
She
Christina
really
might not have
did.
the energy for Brett because she already said something bad about him. So I don't know
She
Yeah.
if
did.
she
She's
want
like,
She
him.
yeah,
did.
they hooked you up with a whole fuck boy. I'm sorry to hear that.
She did.
But I feel bad for Olivia, and yeah,
Because she
I
looks
think
so sad.
she
She
looks
looks
so
so
sad.
sad and miserable.
She
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, she want
When
to go
she
And
back
got
he
to
up
the
and
looks,
left,
farm.
she
I
was
think
hurt.
something's wrong with him though, because he sit up and says, I think things are going well. You know, like there's chemistry that like what?
No,
Why
you
are you
saying that
telling
for the
everybody
camera.
that?
He's another Zach.
Like, right,
Oh
what's
my
wrong with you?
God.
Like
He
what?
is.
Well,
Nobody is
Zach
as
was
bad as
worse.
Zach.
No
Zach
one
Yeah,
was
is as
worse.
bad
nobody
as
is bad as
him,
Zach.
but
No,
he's
He
no.
was
another
worse.
Zach because that's
He
what he's
was.
doing. He's putting on for the camera,
I was
and
ready to
he's
stab
Mhm.
him in his whole
well,
face.
everyone was, but you in denial. You sitting up here talking about everything is good, but we can clearly see it's not. So he
Mm-mm.
Right.
putting on for the camera. So, oh my
Mhm.
God,
I almost think he likes snapping at her and making her because she looked like she's about to cry when he says certain things, and he just looks unbothered, like
mhm,
almost
Mhm.
like he likes it that he's doing
mhm.
that
He
Yeah.
to her.
probably does get
Because
off.
I
He
think it
is
makes
because
him
he
feel
doesn't make his
secure.
money.
This is his
Exactly.
moment to one up her because that money thing
Exactly.
irks
That
the
money
shit
took
out
him.
of him.
That money shook him
Exactly.
up.
It's
That
Yeah.
yeah, it
money
did.
shook him up. He ain't never recovered.
Mm-mm.
Yep.
So he like anything I can do to get your ass back for making money. How dare you keep going to school? Who
Right.
you think you are?
To be dang near a doctor. How dare you do
Right.
that?
Nurse Jackie. Which I ain't never gonna let him live down that Nurse Jackie because
Yeah,
that was
because that
not
was
at all what
foul.
Nurse Jackie was. That was some foolishness. But
Yeah.
yeah, he's gonna make her pay. How dare you make more than me? Because we supposed to live in my
Right.
little shack and I'm
Brokey.
gonna
That's
show
what
you
she
so many
I
things.
can't wait. Olivia, when she tell him she don't want to marry him, she need to call him Brokey Broke at the end. I
Right.
don't want to be with a Brokey Broke
With
self.
Just
your
gone to say like,
broke
but
ass.
I ain't about to marry you with your broke ass.
Yep. I don't
Right.
want to be with you, with your broke ass.
Right. You
That's
gotta
Yeah.
what
put
she.
with your
That's
broke
exactly.
ass on the end.
Yep.
If she
She
don't, I ain't got
does.
no respect for her. We done.
I
She
need
do.
somebody to send her the piece of paper because Olivia, just one moment. I wrote a little thing. She need to read all of her shit and be like, oh, P.S. with your broke ass.
Right. We need to tell her this is what you're gonna say, all right? When
We
we
need to
do the
send her a
couch at the
shirt.
end. Right,
Hashtag broke ass Brett.
right.
That's
Somebody need to come up with some material for that. Some marketing
right.
T-shirts, a mug or something. Okay.
Something.
Okay, so let's just go ahead. I mean, we already touched bases on them a little bit, but the spanking of the kids.
Mm.
Okay, so first off, how you gonna tell him as the other half of the parent how he's going to discipline his child?
She was asking, and that is something that you do have to talk about.
Yeah, you
Discuss.
talk about it, but you
Yeah,
don't say
discuss.
that me and my baby we gonna leave.
Well, she
Right.
did. Right.
If
She
you
did.
if you hit my kids, I'm hitting you. Is what she said.
Right.
Oh, that's we gonna get a divorce.
Have to go all the way. She didn't have to go all the way there, but I feel
She
like in
didn't.
that initial discussion, they probably should have just, had a discussion like how do you discipline versus how do you discipline, and I would prefer my children not be spanked, and then talk about it. But she went all the way to I'm gonna divorce you and I'm
Right.
gonna leave and all
Leave.
this.
Yeah.
That was a bit much.
Cause
And
you
I'm a,
don't
and I'm a whoop
know.
you. I
You
did
don't
like.
Right.
you don't know. One, you don't know how your kid is gonna be until your kid is
Hmm.
here.
Right.
Right.
Because that is a hard decision to make. I'm not gonna spank, and then you get Satan's son, and you be like, oh, I need to beat this joker ass.
On a
Right.
You
regular
know,
basis. Right.
what works for one kid may not work for another. You know
Right.
what
And
I'm
she's
saying?
Correct. That is
basing
You
definitely
don't
it
know what you're
correct.
gonna get.
she's basing
You
it
get
solely
them
on
demon
her
seeds.
upbringing.
You get
Right.
them demon seeds. Hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And your little slow talking self might not needed no whooping.
No, because maybe they. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'm telling you, I was. She
She
had me.
didn't
She
need a whooping.
Man, she had me there. She had me. I did like the example that she gave though, to
Yeah, that
for
you
her
have to whip your
argument.
students. Yeah.
Correct. I
Right.
did. And like he said, I didn't think about it like that. So I understand that part. However, it's some of them little jokers that I know he wanted to look at and be like, oh, if you was my kid, I'd be whooping your ass
Mhm.
right now.
Mhm. Because
Mm-hmm.
some
Right.
of them
So,
you do hem them up in the shirt a little bit in the corner, be like,
right.
goodness,
Crumple their shirt
girl.
and be like, check this
Yeah.
Right.
out.
And I
Yeah.
mean, and there's different variations of punishment and being able to whoop a child or not. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you could just thump them, but then you just a little
Mhm.
thump, a little
Oh,
tap, a little something,
my mama used to get
and
Mhm.
they
down when I used to do that. Hmm.
or for me, sometimes threats go a long way. Sometimes when you act
Mhm.
like you finna do a whole bunch of something, kids get themselves together. So,
Mhm.
they need to have another conversation, which I'm sure they probably will,
Hmm.
but in regards to spanking, because I feel like she went all the way left with it.
Mm-hmm.
She
And
did.
And
I wonder because she didn't get spankings, does she not realize that it's not? It doesn't have to be this dramatic. Get the belt, bend over my lap, and you know
Like
yeah,
that's
that
not
it's
how
Kunta
not.
spankings
Kinte
always
type of
go,
beating.
right? And I
Right.
don't think modern day parents. I don't know any parents to be like, I think I would be taken aback a little bit if I saw a parent that was like, "Oh, I get the belt and I bend them over." You're like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!" Like I
Right.
used to
Mm-hmm.
pass the spoon and pop them on the butt a little bit, and it went on. So
Right.
I don't know. I think that maybe she may not have gotten it all. But that was a big conversation to have for people that have no children, you know.
Well,
But it
I
is
Yeah.
think
something to
I think that
discuss.
it showed the direction that they are looking at because they're talking about these types of things and that they really like each other.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it was definitely a conversation that needed to be had, and I think she could have toned it back a little bit. But I do, like you said, Iva, I do feel like she gave a good example, and he was receptive to the
Hmm.
Mhm,
example
mhm.
that she gave. So that was good.
He is. He is. I like that. I like that. But
Hmm.
then again, me rooting for the dudes. Sometimes these women in this show kind of push their way a little bit sometimes, where I think long term you're gonna wear somebody out. Like I think long term, Woody gonna get tired of always giving in to you and I'm gonna cut my hair. What you mean? Every damn time, everything ain't got that gotta be a
Wait,
fight.
what she say? What
You
she
know,
say?
I'm gonna cut my hair. What boo. I ain't even seen your real hair to this episode, so he don't even know what the hell on your damn head.
Okay,
So
her
what?
hair is looking like yours. Diva.
I know, cause look, that's what I've got
Yes,
going on, right?
right. Like I'm just like
As
he
soon as
don't
I
even know what
take
the
it
hell.
out, it's gonna look like hers.
Everything is not your chance to prove your point. Ease up a little bit. Everybody's trying to prove their point, and I'm gonna make my way. Calm down. Now. You know, like
Yeah,
come on
simmer.
now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
Simmer
mean,
like
he's a
dinner.
man.
Yeah.
He's a man, and when they have sons, sometimes you might have to boss up on
Yeah,
him.
you
Like
can't.
you don't know.
Right.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
that I'm gonna whoop him. I'm gonna tackle him down to the ground, but I might have to hem him up in the corner.
Right.
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 Woody
You not
Little, y'all
Right.
know
know.
how
Cause
tall
my
he
brother,
gonna
I
be.
used to have to punch my brother. And he's trying. And then when he got taller than me, he thought it was really something. Oh no! Oh, whoop, whoop. I will that throat.
Wait. Oh, what?
You gonna chop him in
I
the
was like,
throat?
no, I used to. I'm telling you, because my brother is 6 feet tall, and he was like 6 feet. Well, he's over 6 feet now, but he was 6 feet tall, like in high school, you know. So, and I'm the older sister, so of course I would, I was out and everything, but I would watch. That was my son, basically. That's like the only child I didn't have, but. Man, no. So he was, you get to talking, like you said, you get that child, you got to cut him
Hmm.
down. You bet, I'll punch you in your throat. Say what you
And
say.
you're gonna have that alpha
Hey.
male
Right.
showdown.
Right.
I have it over here, and I'll be like, so why me and Malcolm going through this? So
I mean,
we
and the
have
thing
that
about it is that
already.
I don't even whoop my kids, but
Mhm.
they think that I might. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so that's the thing. Like
Yeah,
Mhm.
you just
sometimes you got to show your level of crazy. I've
right, you
seen
You
that
just
with
do.
act
you.
a little crazy,
I've seen
right?
that with you before, Belinda. It's just like, what?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Like, what
Oh
do
No,
you
yeah.
let me
say?
say,
Like,
Lovey, I'm gonna call you back because that's when it's about to get real. Like when
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
that
That's when the
Joker,
kids. That's when you hear feet running. Because they
right.
taking
because this
off.
one over here wires me to death, and I be like, "Where's your part of the rent? Where's your mortgage? I'm sorry, sir. Why?
Right.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
and
I
and
feel
that's
you.
the
You're not the
thing though, and
daddy."
I feel like with Amani, she's automatically saying her and Woody are not gonna whoop their kids. But is that something that just the two of them know, or is that something that she don't say to her kid? Because that's a whole different thing. If you say it to your kid got to think that you might go off on them at any
Mm-hmm.
time. So
Right.
I'm 46, and my mama look at me a certain way, like that little meme, that Ike Turner meme, and he be like,
Yeah.
"I thought somebody said something."
what you
Yeah.
Let's.
say?
I say something crazy to my mama, whatever. She turn around like that. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
I didn't say. Oh, okay, okay. And
Yeah,
she'll
because
do
my
one of
Right.
mama was
those and
quick with
go,
the little
okay,
backhand. Like it was, I don't
man.
remember whoopings, but I remember one time she was on the phone and I was repeating everything she said, like "girl, da 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 da," and just getting popped with that little backhand. And I'll never forget.
Girl.
Like I was
Oh
like, she
yeah,
quick with that
I've
little.
had that. Yeah, my
Yeah,
grandmother did that before. She did it to me on a field trip. Oh, you talking
right
about
in your
somebody that was
mouth. You be like,
right in my mouth? You talking about somebody who was embarrassed?
Oh Lord.
I was
Y'all
like,
know what the
oh,
saying is? You get woe out where you show out.
Oh
the
Lord.
last time that happened to me,
That's what my mama. You get woe out, mama. Why
where
you
you
hit me in
show
front of
out.
people? Because you was acting crazy in front of people. You get woe
Yeah.
out where you show out. Yes,
Oh
ma'am.
Lord.
Happened only once, boo. I only needed that one. That reminder one. That was embarrassing.
well, hopefully next week. I don't even have predictions. It's kind of hard to get predictions with these group
Mm-mm.
of people
Mm-hmm.
this season, but I really hope. I really hope that Christina and Henry are able to kind of smooth things out, and maybe she'll touch his peen a little bit.
Girl, cut it out.
Well, they're gonna play that game. If y'all seen the previews for next week, they got the little fishbowl game that they gonna
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
play, and they have to tell each other secrets and stuff like that, blindfolded. So we'll see.
Oh, blindfold. Wait, didn't they do that? They did that last season
Yes.
because I remember
I,
Mike and Mika
mm-hmm.
doing it.
So
Okay.
now they do. I seen the previews to that.
Yeah, I
Okay. Well,
did too.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because and it's Dr. Viviana's bowl, right? So she's
Mhm.
always the one that has sex. I kind of hope that I don't think that Henry's gonna get touched, but I kind of hope Miles at least like gets to show it to Karen or something.
Girl,
Show
no.
you
She
know
was
show
telling him to take
show the
take that
print
sex off off the table. So I don't know.
something. She
I
gonna be
feel
an
She
sorry
was
Irish.
for
she was
him.
rubbing them down. She was feeling them in, and I'm pretty sure that he got aroused, and then you could see what's going on in the pants. Because I was looking. I don't know
I
about
was
y'all.
looking too.
That's my
Because
job.
they said, "Do you?"
Oh,
They said, "Do you feel it?" And he looked up. I was looking right with his ass. Oh, he feel it. Oh, I
When they
see
get
it.
when they kind of
Temperature
did the from front.
rising.
Yeah, yeah.
Poor
Hmm.
Miles. He
I
gonna have
saw it.
a long 8 weeks.
I cannot with y'all. Y'all are hilarious.
Poor thing. By the time he
Hmm.
get to decision day, he gonna be really feeling away.
Right. He gonna bust.
Right.
Oh my god. And on that note, we are done.
And scene. Right.
And look, in the words of Christina, and scene. All right. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining me this evening. And thank you, America, for listening to us. Definitely continue to keep checking us out right here on Pop Break TV and thepopbreak.com. And definitely catch us on all social media platforms of Live, Laugh, and Luffy. All right, ladies. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.